Hey, welcome everyone. It's the Art Gallery Workshop. I'm Christopher Epling. I'd like to thank Pike TV and theholler.org for producing this show. Today we're going to be looking at emotion, not motion, but emotion, dealing with cartoons and drawing. Before we get into our actual topic though, I'd like to share with you something that's pretty exciting. If those of you who are familiar with the Art Workshop and the Art Gallery Workshop, you know that we've been working with students in Pike County, actually in 17 counties, that were interested in becoming published authors. And we actually have some books, some examples here to show you today, which is pretty cool and it's pretty amazing. And I'm so proud of the students. We've had a bunch of students in Pike County here that have been selected, and we're going to be looking at just a few of the 10 students who were selected for this workshop. So this is one, Brutus and Rudy's Unorthodox Adventure by Chrissy Walters. She's actually over in Belfry High School. We have Deception, written by Sarah Colvin, and Abby Webb, illustrated by Sarah Colvin. But these books are just amazing, and I did the layout for these books for the students. And as you can see, each one is copyright with an ISBN number, so they're officially published works through STARS Publishing. And STARS stands for Students Transforming Appalachia with Real-World Solutions. So it's pretty cool stuff. The books are amazing. The artwork's amazing. Now these books will be available for purchase pretty soon. So we'll let you know when. Here's another one, Supernova from Betsy Lane. This is an amazing book here by Madison Ward and Emily York. It's a smaller book, but just amazing stuff. I'm so proud of the students. We have so much talent here in our region. In Pike County, I'm just blown away. I've been to every school in Pike County, and I'm so proud of our students. So there we go. We have the books will be available, like I said, for purchase, and I'll let you know a little bit more about that when that time comes. But they've done such an amazing job, and like I said, these are the proofs for the books. This isn't the actual published books yet, but the books will be made available for purchase. The students that are producing these books are actually going to be working with UPike School of Business and Moorhead School of Business to develop a business plan. So the students who are published authors now will go on to learn how to form a business, how to sell books, revenue, all that cool stuff. They have a business ID number and pay taxes, which is always a burden. But hey, we got to do it, right? So anyway, I'm just so proud of what's going on with this project. What this is doing is enabling some students in our region, maybe who don't fit into the typical, let's say, career paths that a lot of us follow. Well, they have another option now. These students can actually go on to work in the publishing industry. So everybody viewing this episode should be so proud of the students that we have here at home in Pike County and across our region. Now these students could probably tell you a little bit about emotion with drawing. They've done it in their works, but today we're going to be focusing on it. So I hope you are ready. What we're going to be needing today to work with is just a pencil. So grab a pencil and a piece of paper and an eraser too, and follow along with me. Emotion with cartooning is a little tricky because you see cartoons are static, like we talked about in the last episode. They don't move. So how do you show emotion through a drawing? And we all know some emotions: fear, happiness, sadness, gladness. You can be remorseful, crying, laughing, maybe thoughtful. Tons of different emotions that we have. Now, when we apply our real-world emotions, human emotions, to cartoons, it takes a little trickiness, but it can be done mostly through the facial expressions. Body expressions are important too, but mostly through facial expressions. And this is true with people if you think about it. So we're going to jump to the overhead here, and I'm going to show you what I've created for us today. What I have is basically a face. Now I drew this before we started actually working on the episode, and basically what we're going to be doing is showing a couple examples on how to show emotion using this face. So I'm going to place a piece of paper over top of this, and I'm going to be drawing the face onto this head. And what I'd like for you to do with me at home is follow along. You don't have to draw the head, but try drawing these types of faces that I'm going to be using on this character. So one emotion that we didn't mention a minute ago is actually shocked, being surprised. We mentioned fear. Fear can be surprising too, but let's say the birthday present kind of, you had a birthday party that you didn't know about, and it's a surprise party, and that kind of surprise, a good surprise, right? So let's try to draw that now. So the first thing we're going to do is work on, actually I'm going to actually draw this in pencil, because you know what, I may have to erase too. So what we're going to be doing is first, let's draw two circles for the eyes, so an eye here. Now for when we think about someone being surprised, you typically think about them looking a little shocked maybe. So we'll put some eyebrows up here like that, right? We'll move it down just a little bit, so there we go, that's better. All right, so the nose, so we'll draw the nose up, okay? Just look at upside down letter C, all right? And then two lines coming down, and the mouth open because they're shocked, right? Just like that. Put the teeth here. All right, and the tongue, okay, and then eyeballs. So, well, this is more of a, I think of a kind of watching a tree fall in a car shocked, but that's okay. You know, shocked is shocked, so we were going for that expression, and that's what we got, right? So there you go. You can easily see this person is shocked. They're watching something they couldn't believe happen. It's happened, and that's an emotion, right? So we're going to be looking at a few more of these emotions. You can follow along at home, like I said, and we'll try another one. So let's go ahead and move forward. Let's try another emotion. What about, let's say, happy, all right? Everybody loves happiness. Well, happiness is a good thing. The pursuit of happiness, right? So we're going to draw two eyeballs here. So draw two circles, one here and one here, kind of close together this time, right? And the eyeballs you can draw closer to the two edges in the mid, two closer edges that are touching. Draw the nose again here, right? The nostrils if you want on each side. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. Up at the top near the eye, you're going to draw this shape here and this shape here, right? And then we're going to draw two lines here, and that's where we draw the mouth. Okay, coming out and then down, back up, and the teeth here, tongue, and so forth. And you can definitely tell this character is quite happy over something, and that's a good thing. A lot of cartoonists, whenever they're drawing characters, whether they're drawing cartoon strips or they're drawing different characters for a book, they will use a mirror. And we'll jump to the camera to show you a little bit about this here in a second. They'll actually look in a mirror as they draw. So they'll make expressions, and I've done this too. I'm working on a graphic novel called Carbide Bottom right now. So in the book, there's different emotions that my characters are going through. So, and this is kind of embarrassing, but I'll go ahead and share it with you. This is basically a mirror that you would put under a car. And when I was in the military, we actually used these to look for hidden car bombs. This is kind of funny, but you go to any type of auto store and pick up one of these mirrors. You can use any mirror at home, but this is what I choose to do because I want to position it like this, right? So as I'm drawing, I will put this mirror up so I can see myself like that. And let's say I'm drawing and I need a certain emotion, so I'll look in there and smile and draw that emotion onto my characters. Like I said, it is a little embarrassing making faces there on TV, but hey, that's what works and that's how it's done, okay? So we'll jump back into our emotions and see what else we can come up with. So yeah, we have happiness, which is this guy. He's feeling pretty darn happy about something. It's good for him, right? All right, so let's move on. What about sadness? Now, sadness is something we've all experienced. It's not a good thing, but it's a part of life and a part of life's journey. So let's go ahead and try to figure out how to show sadness. First, I'm going to draw the nose, which is an upside down letter C, just like that. I'll draw some nostrils over here on the sides. Now, just like with happiness, right, where the mouth is turned up, we're going to be turning this one down, right? So we'll make his mouth come up and down like this. And below here we have, of course, his jaw, making the 2 lines there, and his chin. And his eyes will be closed. So we're going to draw 2 lines like this. And above that, his eyebrows. So our character is sad. And emotion with cartoons, you don't have a lot to work with. You can't really use a lot of different images in one panel of a comic to show emotion. So you have to pull it off right the first time. So this character definitely looks sad. So that's another emotion that we can use. All right, so we'll move on and we'll try another one. I hope you're doing this with me at home. We don't have time to go through every emotion that's possible, but we could try angry now. So angry, it's an emotion we've all felt. It's a human emotion, right? So how do you show that in cartoons? Well, how we do that is a little tricky, but we can do it. We draw our 2 eyeballs, but we leave the top part off. So instead of drawing circles, we're actually drawing 2 letter C's. A normal letter C here and a backwards letter C there, right? Then what we're going to do, we're going to go up to the top and we're going to draw a line coming down. And actually we're going to be going right through both of them, just like this, see? That's the eyebrows. Whenever you are working on a comic or cartoon and you want to show emotion, anger is one of the easiest ones to show because basically you're just bending everything down in the comic. So everything's pointing at an angle and down. All right, so there's those 2 for the eyeball, the nose here. All right, got that in. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and put his mouth. So you put his grimace. He's making a grimace. He's not very happy. Something's happened. Feel sorry for him, but that's what happens, right? So that is anger, and that's a human emotion. Okay, we'll try one more, and then we'll go ahead and work towards something else. What about scared? Scared is an emotion, and to do that, you start off by drawing 2 eyes. So you draw eye here and an eye here. Okay, these are a little larger than what we've been doing. Then we're going to draw the pupils here. I'm drawing the pupils a little smaller because that kind of helps to show tension a little bit. Okay, the nose, of course, will be here, but the nostrils on the sides right there. The eyebrows will actually be bent down a little bit, almost like a worried. Okay, and then the mouth is going to be these series of lines, just like this. All right, to show emotion. There we go. And you can pull this off in different ways. There's all kinds of different ways you can show emotion in comics and cartoons. But for this particular episode, we're showing you different facial expressions, not the body expressions. But we can actually go on now to work on something together where we're going to build the entire comic. So it's a step-by-step process, okay? So get your paper and pencil ready. We're going to be working on someone showing emotion here, and what we're going to be doing, we can work with let's say we'll do a man. Let's draw a man, okay? And we'll show emotion. So everybody get your paper ready. Here we go. First step in this is you're going to draw a circle, but this is going to be more of an oval shape, right? You can either draw circles or ovals for heads, depending on the type of look you're going for with your comic. So we're drawing an oval here for the head. So everyone should have that done first for the oval. From here, what we're going to be doing, usually we draw these stick figure type things, and we've done that before, but with this particular cartoon we're not going to do that. We're just going to follow me step by step using this oval as our base, okay? Step number 1, we're going to draw ears. So you come out on the sides of 2 sides of the oval, okay, and make that, of course, equal, kind of straight line across, and you're going to draw the ears. So you come out with 2 lines, just like that, bend it back in on both sides, all right? We're going to bring it down like this on both sides, and then the earlobe, okay? There we go. Now that we have the ears, we can tell where basically everything else should go, right? Because the eyes are usually straight across from the tops of the ears. If you notice, it's true with every person. It's a part of biology, I guess, or the anatomy, how we're put together, how we're constructed. So it's a true fact. The tops of the ears usually line up with the tops of the eyes, okay? So in this situation, we'll draw a little line here showing us where the eyes will go, right there. So the nose comes down. You can make this line with me, down, and then back in, right? And put the nostril on that side. So we have the ears, nose. Now let's work on the eyes. So for the eyes is actually going to be, our character is going to be squinting their eyes because they're going to be laughing, okay? That's one of the best emotions, laughter. I think that it's important in all of our lives to have laughter, and so let's go ahead and try to show that with our cartoon. So first you make these little shapes, and I can't really tell you what lines those are, but you can follow this up. Look where I placed these lines too. They're right in between the nose and the edge of the oval on both sides. So, or not exactly in between, but close on both sides, okay? And from there, what you're going to do is draw a line down like this and a line down like this. We're still building the eyes a little bit, okay? And then put a little line underneath the eyes even, right here on both sides, okay? All right, now we can draw the eyebrows. They should be pointed up like this on both sides there. So we all should have this so far. We should have the nose, the eyes, the eyebrows, and the ears. Now we're going to work on the laughter, on the smile. So watch really close how I do this. The first thing I'm going to do is draw almost like a backwards letter C right there. After I have that, I'm going to bring a line that goes up underneath the nose and stop. So you're just going to draw a line coming up like this and stop, just like that, okay? So everybody should have that so far, this and the line. The next thing we're going to do is draw a straight line coming down. See why I told you not to follow the oval exactly, because we're going to be branching off from it just a little bit. So everybody should have this line and this line. The next thing we're going to do is put some teeth in. So for teeth, it's real simple. You're going to start back here, make a line come straight down, and then out and up for the teeth. There you go. That's it. All right? Everybody should have that so far. Now for the rest of the mouth, you're going to bring a line coming down and connecting with this one, just like that. See? And you can put the tongue in there if you want. It's up to you. There's the tongue. All right, so now we all have the eyes, the eyebrows, the ears, the nose, and the mouth. So let's go ahead and put a line up here. Okay, and lines over here to show that he's got wrinkles where he's laughing. Now we're going to work on the hair real fast. Now, the only thing with the hair, you want to make a line coming out and up from the ear over here. Now, this doesn't matter how you do it. You can put as many lines as you want for your hair. I'm going to do mine a certain way, and you can do yours any way you want, okay? And also, when you do create something, why don't you share it with us? Go on to theholler.org, and if you click on the Art Gallery Workshop or the Art Workshop Holler, you'll be able to upload your drawings and share those with other people. There's tons of people that visit the Holler portion of the Art Workshop, okay? And I really, really highly suggest that you do. Go there, participate, share stuff. So now we have the chin coming down, and let's give him a shirt to wear. You can tell he's definitely laughing. Actually, he's laughing so hard, he's crying. And we're going to draw a couple tears coming out, okay? It could be, it looks that he almost is crying after we do this, but it looks more like laughter, I suppose, so we'll go with it. We'll draw the two lines coming out like this and down, a line coming out like this and down. These will be his shoulders here. That's what that is. All right? And we'll draw his hand coming up like this with his arm. Now, I'm going to be moving a little fast here, but that's okay. You can follow along. Mostly I wanted you to really capture the emotion in the face. If you do want to follow along with me in this portion, maybe a little too fast for you, but you can build your character any way you want, okay? Emotion with cartooning has been basically perfected, in my opinion, by different cartoonists. One of those is Bill Watterson, who does Calvin and Hobbes. Simple emotion too. Showing emotion with very few lines is very hard to do. See, this is a ton of lines that I've used here to show emotion. But how do you show emotion like with simple lines like Charles Schulz, Peanuts, Charlie Brown, that kind of thing? It's hard to do. But these cartoonists to pull it off because they're way better than I am. I love to draw. I've always drawn, and you know, it's just something that I like to do, and I don't ever think I'm very good at it, but I like to share it and draw anyway. So there we go. We have a laughter as much as you can get with laughter. He's even crying a little bit. He's so happy. It's a feeling we'd all like to have. So I guess now, since we've already went through our steps and we've produced pretty cool example here, I'm going to go ahead and start on the drawing myself, and we'll jump to the other camera and we'll talk about this for a second. I'm going to be producing a drawing here that you can follow along with me. It's going to be probably a little fast at the end. We'll speed up through it. We'll start out though showing you the basic layout for it if you do want to draw this at home. So follow along with me if you want to. I'll give you the basic layout for it, and then we'll speed up from there, but you can finish at your own pace, okay? We're going to be showing emotion in a different kind of way, the most extreme way. And that's the cool thing about cartoons, is that you can do that. They're over-exaggerated representation of life, right? You can draw something exploding in laughter, or someone crying so hard that, you know, they can't stand up and they fall down and all this. So cartooning is fun in that way. So we're going to be doing that right now, and this is going to be shocked. That's what we're going to be using for the emotion to the nth degree, so to speak. All right? So I'll give you the basic layout, and then you can follow along with me at home. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do an oval, sort of an oval here at the top. And I make these, see how I'm going over and over and over here? That's because at the end of this, I erase all these lines. I ink it with an ink pen, and from there, I erase all of these lines, okay? So I keep making these same lines over and over and over because I want to get the shape the way I want it. So now you can see I've darkened in as I've went around in a circle or an oval, and I've pushed down harder where I want my line. So there we go. Now for the body is actually going to be shaped kind of interesting. I want you to do, if you're following along with me at home, you can draw what looks like a pear. Okay? Everybody knows what a pear looks like, sort of, and that's what I want you to draw. A pear shape right here. Do the best you can to get it down. Now this is just the framework we're building on. Think of it like clay. You've built this frame to go by, and now you're going to add more clay on top of it, okay? That's the point. For this particular drawing, it's going to be a cat, and the cat is going to be pretty shocked. All right, so I'm going to build on my oval from here. I draw a line down the center, what I consider the center of the oval where the face will be. So I like drawing these lines because I'll draw other lines going across, showing where different things will be, like the mouth. The mouth will be here, the nose will be here, the eyes will be way up here because this is going to be looking upwards in this direction. Okay, this character is going to be looking upwards. So I have a line for the eyes, a line for the nose, a line for the mouth, right? Okay, and then once you have this, you can basically follow along with me, and you'll be able to tell exactly how to draw this at home, okay? Here we go. So emotion, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. just remember, you know what, there's a lot of resources online for this, so tune in. Again, a big congratulations to those students who've become published through the KVEC operative project. It's just amazing, their work. I'd like to thank Pike TV and theholler.org for producing the art workshop. I hope you enjoyed it so much. Go to theholler.org, submit your work, please. We'd love to see it. We even showcase it on here during one of our episodes. So a big thank you out there for tuning in, and it's always an honor. And until next time, thank you.